Namaste everyone. In this video we will be modeling this particular part. Below you can see the 3D view of the object has been given, and see above here you can see two views have been given along with all the dimensions. So the kind of features that are used are slightly complicated. We have an extrude over here at the bottom, the base, and we have another extrude over here. And these two extrudes, they are connected by this shape, which is slightly more complicated. And the shape, when we see, there is a sweep along the central line of radius 50. The bottom cross section is matching up with the width of the base, and the top side is having a total length of 35. So let's proceed to create these parts. Let's proceed to create these parts. So select this working directory, click OK. Now select a new file, choose part, name the part with 5C class underscore 5C and click OK. So this will create a new part file with the default options, default settings in the folder that I have selected as working directory. Now I should proceed with creation of this base tool. So let me click here in the top view and choose extrude. This will open the sketch interface, and if the plane doesn't reorient itself, you can click on this button to reorient it. Now we can see that this object is symmetric about this horizontal axis. The top view is symmetric about horizontal axis, which means this axis. We are creating this in the top view itself. So we will have to start here. Okay, so instead of taking rectangle, let's take a center rectangle, which will create a symmetric rectangle on both the sides. So when I change this, you can see it is going symmetrically on the other side as well. Now let's give the dimensions. You can see that here we have a distance of 100. Let's go ahead and give this as 100. And then the height of this is over here, that is 75. So let's take this as 70. After changing that, let us go for fit to width to get it automatically fit onto the screen. Let's click OK. Even though there are some fillets, you can see on this side and this side, these we will create at the end with the round feature. Then the thickness, we can see that this is 20, sorry, and then that's what we need to do here. Click OK. Now that this is done, we will have to proceed to draw this arc, which will act as the trajectory for our sweep. So that will be in this plane. So let us select that plane, go for a sketch, and again to reorient it, let us click on this. Now we need to create an arc over here. So let me choose an arc, start at this point somewhere and somewhere here. The center point of this has to be exactly on this line over here. All right. Now the distance of the center from the axis is 42.5, the radius being 50, and this this point should be vertical. Okay, so let's make this vertical. So vertical, this point and this point. So this is our trajectory. Now once the trajectory is done, we have to proceed to draw the two cross sections. So the first cross section will be here, but the second cross section, in order to draw, we will need a surface there. So first let us create a horizontal plane exactly at this place. Let's create this cross section and extrude it, and then we will proceed to draw the two cross sections. All right, so let's take a plane, and I want the plane to be parallel to this press Ctrl and click on this point, and we can see that the plane is parallel to this top plane, and also it is passing through this point. So these two have got collected over here. So click OK, accept it. And now on this plane we will have to create our next extrude. So like extrude, again reorient it. Now once again we want this to be symmetric on both sides, so let's take a center rectangle, and this center rectangle we need to make it to pass through this point. So let's just choose coincidence, right click on it till we get this point, and then click on this. So that will make our rectangle coincident with the point. Now the dimensions of the rectangle, this length is 45 and the width here is 50. You can see over here. Once again, of course there are fillets on all the sides, but this we will do it later. So click OK, and extrusion we want to do it on both the sides, so symmetric, and the thickness of this is going to be 15 over here. Okay, so go ahead and give it thickness of 15. So click OK. Now we can see that the plane and this plane are ready with us. So now let us go ahead and create the cross sections. So first cross section will be here, rectangle of this size. The second one will be here, and when we view it from the left side, it is going to appear like a rectangle, and its height is going to be same as this, and the width is going to be 35. Okay, so let's go ahead and create that. So select this face, go for a sketch, reorient it properly, and then again we want a center rectangle like this. So you can see there we are not getting any height because height is fixed. The width has got to be 35. Let's go ahead and give 35 and click OK. The next one we have to create over here. So let's again go for sketch. This time I'm just going to take a corner rectangle. First corner is going to be here. Second one is going to be somewhere on this line. And the width of this is again going to be 15. So these are the two cross sections that we have created. So click OK to complete it. Now we have the trajectory and the two cross sections, this and this. Right. So using these we will be able to create our swept blend. Okay, so choose swept blend. First it is asking us the trajectory, so click on this. We want it to start from here and go all the way to here. Then go for sections. Instead of sketched sections, choose selected sections. The first section is going to be here, and then click insert to create another section and choose this one. So you can see the section is getting created, but there is a problem here. The problem being that the start point is not at the right place. So you can just drag the point. Okay, wherever you drag it, there accordingly the point is going to mix up. So I'm just going to drag it here. This is the right place for it. So you can see that the cross section, the swept blend is happening correctly. So click OK to finish it, and we have this over here. The next thing we'll have to do is let us go ahead and create these holes, the 4 holes of this and the 4 holes over here. So select this face. I am going to create a sketch. In sketch I'm going to define all the points where we want the holes to exist. Now in order to do that, I will have to choose construction, choose a rectangle, and then draw a rectangle here. So you can see here that the kind of rectangle that we have got is construction rectangle. Now let's go ahead and give all the dimensions to this. So dimension from this edge, this point to this, the distance is 10, then the width of this is 25, and then this upper one here to here, this is 10, and then here this is 30. Okay, so having done this, now we just have to keep the points, the construction points we have to keep at these 4 corners. Click OK and come out. Now you can see the construction points are still selected. With these construction points selected, I just need to click on hole, and I need to select the drilled hole. This, the diameter of these holes is 7, make it 7, and shape I have to choose as through all because it is going through all. So that's it. So click OK to finish this. Now, similarly, a similar set of holes we need to create on this space. So again, go for sketch. Again, let's create a rectangle with construction on. Let's create the rectangle. Now let's give all the dimensions. You can see from here, this from this edge it is 25. If it's difficult for you to view it correctly, you can just rearrange it like this. Then the width of this is 50. Then this width, the distance between poles is 55. And also you can see this distance, which is not visible. So click these 2 points, midmost button, give this as 10. So this has given us the 4 parts. So again, let's create the datum points. The 4 corners come out of this. So with the datum points selected, go for holes once again. Again, we need a drilled hole. This time the diameter that we need is it's 10. So the diameter is 10. And once again, when we go for shapes, we want it to pass through all. And yeah, I think that's it. This is the definition of our holes. With these created, we should proceed to create this rib. Okay, so the rib, you can see it is in the center plane. So select the center plane, go for a sketch, reorient it properly, then go for line at this point, create a line somewhere here, then click mid-mouse button to stop it, go for arc, start here, it should be tangential and it should be somewhere of this. So don't choose any constraint which is going to constrain it exactly. So just click it on somewhere on this line. Okay, now proceed to give the dimensions. What are the dimensions we have here? So the distance of this point from here, this is given as 160. The radius here is 60, and one more reference point needs to be there. This height is 90. So let's go ahead, select this and mid-mouse button. This distance is 90. So having created all the constraints, let's click OK, and then we're going to use this to create a rib. If this is not visible directly, you just have to select from here. You can see the rib is getting created. The thickness of this rib, you can see in the top view, it is 10. Let's go ahead and create this as 10. Click OK. Now finally we can just go ahead and provide all the rounds wherever we have the rounds. So start with round, select this, press Ctrl and select the other edges. Okay. Oh sorry, this edge is not there in the now the radius for this is 10. So go ahead and create 10. Click now this time when you are selecting, don't click Control, just select this edge and then change this radius to 5. So we can see that another set has been created with radius 5. The previous one is having radius 10, the set 2 is having 5. Now once again click here and press Control and select the remaining edges which you want to have a same radius of 5. This one also is going to have the same radius of 5. So it is with this. Okay. So I think there is a small mistake somewhere. this one is 35. The total width of that is 50. Yes, it is 50. So when you see the top here, let's edit this, and in the second set let's deselect this and this, click OK, and now let us create here and here. I think this is going to fit in properly. Okay, so this has created our part. Our model is complete, and that's it for now. If you want more of such problems to be solved, let me know in the comments section below. And if you feel that these diagrams, these lessons are going to be useful to your friends, make sure you share it with them, and also just continue to stay members for enjoying more such videos. Thank you.